everyone. How are we doing? And you know what? I'm going to answer that for you. You're doing amazing. I don't even need you to answer that. But yes, right now we are figuring out what are some of the best creator apps, right? If you're creative, what apps do you need to be on for people to see your art, for you to do your art? What is the apps that benefit you, right? Right now, we are getting reused to the free, very well voted, in my opinion, app Sketchbook. It is on every tablet, whether you have an Apple, Android, does not matter. You can download this and draw your pieces this second. And that is why I love this one. Like, when I first started doing digital art, this helped so much. But it's not as polished as Procreate, which I don't even want to get into because this is a free version. I'm never going to knock anything that's free, and it's allowing you to have all these access to brushes and all these different things, and there's not like numerous ads floating all over the screen, and like you can make a decent amount of strokes and like color sufficiently in this and not be interrupted by an ad. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because there's so many drawing sites out there where you can get you could be in the middle of some of your best work and they'll show you an ad. And there's nothing like wrong about that because everybody needs to make their money somehow, I suppose. But it is just not what the creative process is best put under in terms of pressure, if that even makes any sense. Like, it doesn't help us as creatives to be interrupted by much of anything, including an ad, and this one was very, it was very simple. It was very to the point. You got all your stuff there. I still have issues to this day, and I've used this on numerous occasions, trying to figure out what all of those little tools at the very top do. But once you click on them, they're all very self-explanatory. Like, this is one of the apps for newbies, advanced, intermediate, everybody in between to the top and lower levels. You can get real benefit from this app as long as you have a finger to drag across the screen. And that's what I like about this one so much, is the easy access, and I'll always vote for this one for sure. Now, in the thumbnail of this video, there are different social media apps that, I go over, and I don't know. I'm not too sure how I feel about anything social media wise right now. Like, I have YouTube in the thumbnail. YouTube, amazing. We already know that's where I am now, right? It's amazing. It has its ups and downs. The ads are making me scared about user experience. Being a user and like a person who uses this to like work, it's kind of insane. So yeah, I mean, it's not the best feeling to see it being taken over by the greed gods, but nonetheless, Tumblr still exists. Little did we know, Tumblr is still out there pushing her over 300,000 loyal fan people who still have it installed. Love that. In terms of me installing it to see if it still works, I do not, but back in the day I did have it. It was a place for creatives in general to just go and yap and talk their shit. So if you still think that you would want something more niche, something more scaled down, but you still want to be in community with other creatives, Tumblr is definitely the spot for you. But in terms of current experience using it, I haven't, so I wouldn't be able to get as much into that, right? I put Facebook in there only because everybody who is over a certain age, I feel, kind of thinks Facebook is the cheat code to success, and to a degree, they're not wrong. Seeing as Facebook is now an umbrella term for a million other apps. So I would say use it, but it is one of those things that can get easily swept up into like a million other things, right? And it can become easily un-art focused, which I'm not looking to explore many apps like that, Then we have Twitch, who has even worse standards for controlling their ads than YouTube ever will, right? It's just awful. It's not as worth it for people to be on there as a user. And I'm gonna say, unless you're on here regularly with a pretty loyal fan base and other places that will follow you over to Twitch, and this applies to a lot of other apps actually, that it just won't be as fun or beneficial for your audience. And we have X, which we already know. I'm not even gonna say anything about X, honestly. We know what the hell that's all about. TikTok is basically shorts, and shorts is basically TikTok. So if you have any idea of what shorts are and have been on YouTube long enough to know about that stuff, you are pretty comfortable in a way with TikTok, although it is trying to have its own shop and it's trying to be kind of like an Amazon, YouTube short content. It's trying to be an all-in-one experience, and I'm not really too big of a fan of it in that way. I do have a TikTok and an Instagram, but I do not link them on my pages, as I don't think that I don't know, I don't enjoy them as much. Like, I enjoy posting all in one area, which is YouTube, and I want people to follow. I want for people to understand and know my name from YouTube, not from, oh, I saw you on Instagram. Like, that's cool. I mess with that to a degree, but at the same time, no. Then we have Reddit, which I know people use for a million different things. I don't use it for much outside of watching my YouTubers talk about who's the asshole and who's not. So you can probably find very nice niche art spaces there, because I know that at the end of the day, it's all about communities of people who all like the same thing. So you can find people who all like doing, if you like doing anime art, you'll find your community there. You'll find it if you like doing cartoon art, gore art, cutesy art, whatever. You'll find all kinds of artists there as well. At least I will hope. And then we have Procreate, which I make most of my work on Procreate anyway, which is why a majority of my content for this video, well, all of my content for this video is in IBS Paint and in Sketchbook, because you always see me in Procreate, and you know I love Procreate. It's so polished, it's so nice. I feel like the only thing it's lacking is the 3D elements of being able to like create things 3D, but like you can animate, you can do all kind of stuff in it. It's just amazing. I can't gush on it anymore. Only thing I would say, as an artist who's trying to be more cost effective, there's a $10 fee that you pay one time. I have 2 tablets, and I just simply installed it on my first one and paid for it one time. Then my second tablet, I installed it and it was already paid for. So like, it's not like you're going to be coming out of this $10 yearly, monthly. This is a one-time $10. If it's still $10, knowing inflation, who knows? But when I paid for it, it was $10. And then you have access to so many. You can download brushes from other people. It's exactly what an artist would want. The only downside, I would say, is that you do need iOS products in order to utilize Procreate, and in that way I would say that they're very discriminatory for sure. But it's definitely something for beginners, for advanced people. It's an all and around good app. And right now I'm switching over to IBS Paint, and you'll start to see very soon why I'm not as much of a fan of this one, although it does have very smooth, like, it's more anime based, and I love anime, so of course I'm going to talk about that here, right? But it's very smooth in terms of like the drawing process in general, so that's not really the issue. But this was the issue. Yearly plans, monthly plans, just to have certain brushes and not have ads like the Google Chrome one that's at the bottom, or the ads that's at the bottom right now. And this part was all confusing. This just feels like an app that's very back in time. Like, everything looks very old. Nothing looks like it's been updated since I first installed this years ago on my very first tablet. Like, it just doesn't seem very considered. And so, I don't know. I didn't like this one as much. It has potential, but it's not doing what it should be, for sure. And it has all these options for you. Yes, but I don't know. It could just be better. And so I don't know. I just didn't like it, y'all. But you can see I'm trying to get the hang of it. I'm trying to like I don't know, see, but it is a lot smoother. Like maybe it was because I was using a charcoal brush in the last app, but it is smoother to draw on, like in terms of like each of my strokes being accounted for and going as I move the brush. But this is the part where I was like, hello, some of the brushes are locked by ads. So do I have to re-watch the ad to use the brush a second time? Or do I watch it one time and then it's automatically unlocked forever? Or do I have to re-watch it again once I open the app tomorrow? You see what I'm saying? They do us artists out here bogus. So just know this is another option for you if you don't mind ads. But no matter what app you use, you're gonna have artificial intelligence yelling in your face like this one, and it's just too much of it, and it can be overwhelming as an artist. But the more your art looks human, and as long as you identify what that means to you, is the more your art looks human, the more you connect with the human audience. And don't be threatened by the AI. Like it's not, I don't think it's going anywhere, unfortunately, but it's not going to be able to replace the humanity of what you offer. But there was so many brushes that were locked, I think I got like disgusted and just closed the app out, because it was like, what's the point? It was glitchy. Like I started writing it out like it was glitchy. It was a bunch of like weird stuff going on, so I just wasn't a fan. All in all, be careful what apps you download as an artist, because there's so many out here that are just looking for to make sure that number of downloads goes up and not that you have a good art experience. So definitely be careful, and make sure that you have slight experience, I would assume. But if not, still enjoy the process. But that's it for this quick video. Good night and I love you. Bye.